Welcome back to part 2 of this 265 mile clockwise Spa Classic loop around the Wallonia and the beautiful Ardennes in Belgium. Hopefully you have watched the first episode. If you have, you'll see that this Ardennes region has very large forests. In fact, Belgium itself has forests covering 23% of the country, 700,000 hectares. 80% of that forest area is located here in Wallonia, where I'm riding this loop. Right now I've had lunch, so I'm continuing this route onto Manhay, then Erzy, and stopping briefly in La Roche-en-Ardenne. This is a Saturday morning and I've come across a fair amount of bikers out enjoying these roads. The road surfaces are quite good, some sections are patchy depending on where you are. The car drivers are generally quite good too, but as in most places, you'll still get the odd car driver sitting in his tin can behaving strangely. Check this guy out I come across, who I don't know if he's drunk or just not wanting me to pass. Little location. How cool is that? Hello, bonjour. Got his boot full, look. Just to say guys, this free spring water is just as you come into Nîmes. So it'll be on the right as you come in. So there's no tap, you'll have to turn it on.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, it's good for your bike.
As I set off from collecting my free spring water, I was straight back into the green and grey kaleidoscope, navigating medium to long bend sections that seemed to repeat themselves, except they didn't. It's a Saturday morning, I have the road to myself, and that was the case most of the time. Looking back and editing this Spa Classic loop, on the monitor it looks very repetitive in the green and grey kaleidoscope, but I distinctly remember the enjoyment of riding those roads like arteries through the Ardennes body. Very satisfying, as was evident by all the other bikers I passed along the way. I've now reached La Roche-en-Ardenne, a small town and one of the most popular tourist destinations in the Ardennes. The town lies beside a bend in the River Eure. Its name is derived from its position on a rock commanding the river. The Romans built a fort there following their conquest of Gaul and the Ardennes. In World War II, the town was occupied by both German and Allied forces, suffering severe damage. Freed by Americans in September 1944, the town was recaptured by the Germans in December during the Battle of the Bulge. The subsequent Allied bombing raids resulted in the town being reoccupied by the Americans once more in January 1945. An American Sherman tank and a British Achilles tank are displayed as monuments to the town's liberation, along with a memorial to the 82nd Armoured Reconnaissance Battalion. I'm leaving La Roche now and heading west to Nassoin, Tellin, then Beraing. It's from Beraing where I head north back towards my Airbnb, but not before seeing some of those awesome Porsches at the Spa racetrack. Bonjour. Looks like a happening place, doesn't it? What are these round stones. Do they symbolise anything? Wow, look at this, how busy this place is. Bikers everywhere, look. Ducatis, sports bikes. This is a good place to stop. Bikes everywhere, look. People Ducati. Yeah. Sorry about the sound there in La Roche. I forgot to connect the mic. But you can see La Roche is popular, especially with bikers. It did remind me a bit of Matlock Bath in England, where all the bikers congregate. As soon as I left La Roche, I was again back lapping up the green and grey kaleidoscope and enjoying every second of it. I soon reached the next town of Bahrain, where I had to stop for a coffee and a bite to eat. If I did this route again, then I'd probably stop off in La Roche for replenishments along with all the other bikers. Find a bite to eat and a cup of coffee. Oh, in there. Okay, thank you. North now, you guessed it, after Bahrain I was back in the grey artery of the green kaleidoscope again. I'd pre-planned this route on my BMW app from the Bikers Europe book by Simon Weir. If you did want to get hold of the route and get the Simon Weir book, I've put a link in the description for you. I don't have any sponsorship, but I'm obliged to say if you click on the Amazon link, then I may receive a few pennies in commission. So after Bahrain, the route heads north east on the N929. I hope you can stay with me, as when I arrive in Spa, I pop into the Spa racetrack to see some of the Porsche 24-hour racing. But let's just see a bit of this road getting there and some of the bikers overtaking me on the way. Well, those I couldn't see what nationality the plates were, those bikers that overtook me. I think they had a little bit more skill level than what I had riding these roads in this area. Whether they were Belgian, I don't know, or German. I think they were probably Belgian. But they all got past me pretty quick. I eased off a little bit to let them pass. But initially I tried to sort of keep the pace up, but I think they were more eager than what I was. Some tight bends on this bit. It just makes me wonder whether it's just taking me off on a detour on these little twisty bits and then coming back onto the main road. It'd be funny if I got back in front of them taking a shortcut. It's 16:48 and I should be getting back into Spa in 42 kilometres, so 50 minutes to get back. Thank you, Mercy, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Bikers everywhere. You guys in Belgium have got some great roads to harness your skills. These guys are probably thinking, what's this fool on the GS trying to do, keep up with us? This English biker, DMT. And this pretty much is going to be the last downhill section as I come into Spa. It's only 1.5 kilometres to Spa now, so even finishing off on a high coming down this twisty section. Look, on the map. I've had a thoroughly exhilarating time. I can't recommend this route enough, guys. Oh, look at this. It's the first time I've spelt asbestos from my brakes, because I've been putting a lot of breakage on. There's the Casino de Spa. So that concludes the Spa Classic Loop. So I set off just after 9 o'clock, guys. It's 5 o'clock now, so that's, what's that, 8 hours, probably 6.5 hours riding, as the book says, because I stopped for an hour and a half to do one for a fuel stop and 3 refreshment stops. What can I say about this route? Like I say, the analogy of comparing it to this racetrack behind me, the Belgian Grand Prix, it's got fast sections, straight sections, so if you're on sports bikes you can give it some beans. It's got twisty sections like the Forest section at the Spa Francorchamps behind me. It's got everything, beautiful stone built villages that you go through to admire, and it's just fantastic to come abroad from the UK for me, from England. Turn this camera around and feel some of these cars coming in behind me. We're driving under the Jackie Swatters tunnel, under the start-finish section of Spa race circuit. Look at these Porsches here, look, oh, they're nice.